Hey guys, it's Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and I'm blinding myself with the sunlight. It's like 80 degrees here in November in Texas, but I need your help with something, ironically, as it's so warm here right now. So I have done a few winter videos with the girls in regards to winterizing your chicken coop, chilly chickens, what to expect when the weather changes, just so you kind of know what's going to happen with your birds' behavior and how you can help them when it turns winter where you are. But the problem is, I don't really deal with a lot of like super cold weather. I'm not in a zone of the United States where we really have a lot of frozen days. And if we do, maybe the temperature drops below freezing, but maybe we get a little bit of ice on the roads. But I mean, like, we don't know how to handle snow. We live in Texas. So I've got a lot of readers and viewers here on YouTube, readers on my website like Kathleen, who are new to chickens, but they're in an area that gets a lot more snow that deals with below freezing temperatures a lot. Like for me, if it's below 50, like my brain doesn't even register the thermometer. But I know some of you guys, you deal with temperatures way below freezing for a long period of time and you've got chickens. So this is my asking for winter help video. If you can, down below in the comments, drop all of your suggestions for those of you who are experienced chicken owners, especially if you live in an area where you're dealing with really cold temperatures. What do you do as far as, do you still let your chickens out every day? Do you choose to use a heat source or not? You know, I've talked about my opinion on that, but again, it's not as urgent for me because, you know, my chickens aren't standing in a foot of snow or anything. The big thing that I want to know is, how do you deal with keeping your chickens' water from freezing? Because even if you have a big container, like a 5-gallon container or more, I mean, you run the risk, as I switch hands here, you run the risk of, you know, the water potentially freezing. And I know a lot of people, their suggestion was, well, I just go out like 4 times a day and fill it with warm water. But what if you work? So that is the big question that I made this video for. Like, what are your solutions? Is there any type of, like, I hate suggesting stuff that you can buy, but I mean, what kind of strategy do you have for keeping your chickens' water from freezing? Those of you whose chickens are in snow, or you're dealing with below freezing temperatures for a long period of time, you know, weeks at a time or months at a time, other than like, you know, move to Jamaica, you know, what are your solutions to helping with chickens? I'm really trying to help out a lot of the viewers here, but I don't really have a ton of advice, and asking my fellow San Antonio chicken people, I mean, we don't know. We don't deal with that. So drop down here in the comments what your best suggestions are for really, really, really cold temperatures, like below freezing, you're dealing with snow. Do you do anything special to protect the coop, to keep it from, you know, collapsing in the snow? Do you still let your chickens out every day, or maybe just for a couple of hours? And then the big question, as leaves fall on my head, the big question is, what do you do to keep your chickens' water from freezing, especially if you work and you can't just run out there like 5 times a day to check on it? So drop your comments down below. I appreciate it, because like I said, we're all here to help each other. You guys know more than me, especially on stuff like this. And we'll be back soon with more content. But thanks in advance for your help, guys.